So this is just a heads up about this job. It's had multiple visits from 3 engineers. It's 5+ visits actually. They've fitted between them a PCB, a flue stat, a set of electrodes, a gas valve and a fan. Now the manufacturer is saying that it needs a main heat exchanger or there's a blockage within the flame path of the main heat exchanger. So I've been sent to basically diagnose and hopefully rectify the issue. Right, so here it is. It's off at the moment. The gas has been left off by the previous engineer. The flue's here and looks good. So I'm now going to get it on. I'm going to do a drop test because obviously that's been isolated. Get the boiler on and see what it does. There you go, this is the tools I use. So the drop test is on. I've already done a let by, that was fine. So it's had its minute stabilisation. While that's doing its thing, I've taken the cover off the boiler. So it's a bit difficult here because of space, but I'm going to try and show you what I'm doing. Okay, same checks in here now. I'm going to do a visual. So I can't see anything wrong in there. Can't see any signs of heat escaping up here. Go around, no dripping on this flute. Still looks good. All looks really good. Can't see anything wrong in here at all. So here's the boiler trying to light. Hear it sparking there. Saw that pressure drop 2 millibar. It's not lighting. Hopefully it doesn't light with a bang, eh? So I'll turn it back on once we get fault code. Here's the fault code. Lights off and flashes on. So it's off longer than it's on. Right, so it did go to flame failure. Having a look in this sump. Sump looks relatively clear. There's a bit of debris in there though, but not enough that's going to stop that boiler from lighting. It'd be good to get a negative fan pressure done on this. However, we're not going to be able to because it doesn't light. So I'm going to double check the gas valve opens. Apparently this is new though, so I'm going to double check that does open on ignition. Once I've proved that does open, I think I'm going to get in the top of the heat exchanger and have a look, see what's going on in there. But I don't believe, because this isn't intermittent, I don't think it's condense related. So that's why I'm not going to be doing the condense trap and everything else on this one. Alright, so simple check to see if the gas valve is opening. Got my gauge on there, on the inlet test point. Turn off the inlet to the boiler. Turn the boiler on. And we see if this drops. And it should drop rapid. Nearly dropped the phone. Oh, we've got to reset it. Yeah, dropped to nothing. But all that goes straight in my face. But yeah, it's dropped to nothing. So we know the gas valve opens. Okay, so again, I got this out. This pipe is good on this one. It's not, doesn't appear to be brittle or anything like that. So that's all good. We're going to check the bearing plate, because I don't know what it's called in here. Try, bear with me. It looks okay. Looks okay. Now the thing to bear in mind with this is that has to open and close properly for the boiler to light. It does look okay, but I will do the same again. I'll take that out. I'll just make sure there's nothing sticky on there, nothing causing that to not open. As you can see, it seems to open nicely. There's the gas port in there. I'll blow through this pipe, make sure it's clear. It does appear to be okay. The bit I'm interested in is how dirty the main heat exchanger is, which is what I'm going to check now in a sec. Right, something I just want to show you here as I'm taking this bracket out. Can you see the heat mark on the underside of that? Does that red gasket look like it might be failed? I don't know yet. Anyway, I'm taking it out, but you can see that heat mark on the underside of the metal there. So that could mean this red gasket has failed. Might not be now, it might have failed in the past, but it's just something that you should always be aware of and look out for. Electrode's brand new in this. This boiler has had several visits. Okay, so you're going to have the first look inside this heat exchanger. I haven't seen in here yet. Let's see if I can manoeuvre this in there. Oh, the burner's still in there, what a donut. Take this out. Seal's brand new. Bear with me. Here's the burner. A little bit crusty, no cracks or anything. I'll give it a clean. It's only a little one, isn't it? So let's have a look in that heat exchanger now. Looks okay, doesn't it? There's the, that baffle, I can't remember what it's called, but there's that and the springy thing underneath. I'm going to pull them out. The exchanger doesn't look crazy dirty. It's nice to use your phone for this. Let me see if I can make you look in at where the electrodes come from. No, not really. But this hole here looks pretty good. You know, can't see anything wrong with any of that, but I'll give it all a good clean up. And I may drop the phone in there from above, you know, through the port up here, to have a look where the electrodes go through. So now it's time to take them baffles out, give it a good clean. Here's all the baffles out the heat exchanger, burner. That's the tool that you need that allows you to grab onto that. I'm sure most of you will know about that. That just helps you withdraw them when they can be a bit tight, so this will need a good clean up. Let's have a look at the heat exchanger. Doesn't look too bad. Give it a good clean and we'll see. I definitely want to check here. That's where that rectification electrode goes. So I want to give that a clean in case there's a problem with that area there on the boiler. You know? So let's go. Right, so I gave it a good clean out with this brush here that's designed for this heat exchanger. That's what we're left with. Here's the debris from cleaning the main heat exchanger, not that much. I'm going to put the cover back on and pour some nice water through that to flush all that debris out. Should go into the drain, shouldn't it? But anyway. Look away. Customers will think you're mad if they see you doing this. Still coming. Right, all cleaned out, flushed through. I've put the burners and the baffles back in. I'm now putting this back in. Remember, this is always meant to have this little piece of metal between these electrodes, which I believe just helps this seal not fail in this area. So, right, let's get it back together and see if it's going to light. Another good indication that heat has been leaving here is, can you see, if you look at the bottom of this electrode lead, you can see this one's nice and clear. If you look at the one behind it, you can see, let me just try and focus on it there, you can see it's a bit white. Let me turn it, hold on, and you can see a bit better. There you go. See, it's a bit white. That's a good indication that heat has been hitting that for some reason. So there's just something to bear in mind. If you come and these are all white, all these silicon boots here, then it's a good indication heat's been leaving the top of that heat exchanger. You need to replace that red seal at a minimum. Right, all this back together. Fans all in. Soaked up all this. This is back on. Do I think this is going to light? Honestly, no, I don't think it will. Yet. Okay, it didn't really light. Couldn't get it lit at all. I've only tried once, to be fair. Let it try twice, it didn't light. I'm now going to reset this gas valve, so it's as it was when it came out of the factory, and see if it will light then. I phoned Worcester to get the setup procedure, and I have a little piece of paper here that I write all the Worcester setup procedures on. So the one I need, 15 RI, max and min. If you don't know what these are, then you shouldn't be working on the boiler. Okay, so got this adjusted. KISS, yeah? Keep it simple, stupid. Just went to check how the connection of these was on the board, and look what I've spotted. Can you spot that? See the little green wire? And also look at this. Look at that. Look at that. There's the chassis earth that goes back to the board. That's damaged. That's not good. The green earth here, or the rectification lead, look, it's broken. That's probably our problem. Although I didn't hear the boiler actually light. I didn't hear ignition. I've repaired both of them wires. And I'm going to turn it on and see what happens. I've also set the gas valve back to factory. It was basically at factory though, so it shouldn't be that. Not lighting, not having none of it. Right. Ta-da! The green light is on. The boiler is lit. And what did it take? Blood, sweat and tears. It took. I adjusted the min quarter turn up for a turn and a half, and quarter turn down from the factory set point, quarter turn down for a turn and a half. That didn't work, so I reset the min, and then I done the same with the max. And when I was doing it on the max, I eventually got some farty ignition, and now I've got it lit. which means I can now do negative fan pressure and set up the ratios, and thank God. That took me about 40 minutes of twiddling to get it to light, so, but we're there now. We are there. Yay! Minimum time. Please don't go out, please don't go out, please don't go out, please don't go out. Let's wait for this to settle and then we'll set that up. Yes. Yes. Where are we? Where are we? There we are. 9.8, 9.2. Yay. Yay. I'll turn the boiler off. Is it going to relight? High is the big test, eh? Actually, let me do maximum again. Make sure it's correct. The maximum's correct. Not the end of the world, but boom. Brilliant. Okay, so case back on. Final checks. We are good. Boiler's running. It is all good. So now we're gonna have a happy customer, because that was an ordeal. I can understand why no one could get that done, that's for sure. Multiple issues. I'll show you the extra tools I use. So I have the Worcester cleaning brush, the baffle remover tool, another brush and a spanner. Everything else was what I already showed at the beginning. God, look, this like bomb went off. Anyway, let's get it sorted.